So give it up for Rina Rovinelli.
Thank you. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I want to start by saying that as someone who's in the speaking world, you know how speaking is such a fear for so many people. I think that what happens is we look into the audience and we're scanning to see, do people like me? And sometimes people are on their phone and I think, oh my God, I'm boring them. Or they're staring at you, judging you. Or you think they are and you think, oh God, I'm not wearing the right thing. So I always just look and see who loves me. Like I'm just like, who's smiling at me with so much love? And then I just kind of focus on those people. Okay, so I grew up in Northern Ontario on the lake. I love to swim. I was an incredible swimmer. In fact, I could even swim across the lake. It was just absolutely my hobby. Now, I had a passion my whole life to go whitewater rafting. Has anybody gone whitewater rafting? Okay, it was my dream because not only are you in the water, but you get to have some adventure. Okay, however, I was a very ample woman. I was probably 130 pounds heavier than I am now. And I had all of these fears, like, of course, logical fears. Am I going to fit in this little thing? Am I going to be here and the other side's up here? Am I going to fall out? Can that guy haul my big ass back in the raft? Like, it was terrifying, so I would never go. And then, over the last 10 years, I lost about half of that weight. And I still wanted to go, but I was still afraid. So I convinced one of my very good friends to make a deal with me. I said, why don't we go whitewater rafting next summer? It gave me a year, and I thought to myself, okay, this gives me an entire year to get in shape and diet. I'm going to use this whitewater rafting trip to really motivate me. Okay, so 1 year later, there we are, whitewater rafting. She is the fabulous woman standing beside me. But here's the twist to this. This just happened in July. However, we actually went a year prior for the first time. She made a deal with me. She said, okay, listen, I will go whitewater rafting with you. However, I don't want to go in a year. I want to go in 2 months. And if you go as you are right now, well then I will get on the Speaker Slam stage. Okay? Now, some of you may know Speaker Slam. It's at Lula Lounge. We have 200 people come out. While we have a lot of professional speakers, we have a lot of people that are shaking in their boots, pushing through their fears, trying to get on stage and inspire. I've been trying to get her for years. She was a corporate woman. She was a VP at BMO at one point. The idea of being vulnerable on our stage was the last thing she wanted to do. But I took her up on that offer. So we went whitewater rafting in Ottawa. It was incredible. And I really pushed through that fear, and nothing happened. I fit in the raft, I didn't fall out, and it was incredible. And then she got on our stage. I even convinced her to wear a boa to promote her speech. And I know she was pushing through her fear, but she rocked it, and it was really incredible. This inspired something in me, because the theme today is soft. And I was thinking about how a lot of these fears we have, they're not really hard fears. Like, she can speak, I can row, I can swim. It's the soft, unspoken fears that we have. The fear of judgment, right? The fear of the insecurity, the fear of the imposter syndrome, the limiting beliefs, those soft, silent fears that we all have and we all share. So this challenged me to do something called my No More Waiting let's watch. My No More Waiting to Live journey. And here I am with my business partner. We went on a work retreat for a month. We had an incredible time. No weight was holding me back. We went on this fabulous boat trip. I'm just living my life over here. Pushed through many insecurities. Went to Paraguay, went to Guatemala, went to Costa Rica with my daughter, went parasailing. Yes, the sail lifted off. I went whitewater rafting for the 3rd time. I went on buggy trips and ATV tours, things that I would have never wanted to do. And finally, I was standing on the edge of a cliff in my bathing suit. Oh my God. This is a culmination of all my worst fears. There are like all these 20-year-olds. I'm in a bathing suit. Everyone's watching. I have to jump. I think, oh God, there's going to be a huge wave. I got to pull myself up on the rocks. But I did all the things. Okay, so no more waiting to live. I really... Yes! Yes, thank you. The craziest thing that happened, though, is that in the process of that, a lot of the things that had been holding me back were resolved. I actually lost about 30, 40 pounds on that trip. I healed my knee, I regained my mobility, I regained my confidence and my courage. Now, a lot of people wait for those things before they do those things, right? But it was in the act of doing that actually brought me to that place. Now, here I am with my business partner. This is 9 or 10 years ago. He's adorable. We started Speaker Slam. It was just sort of like a dream or a vision where we were going to inspire people with one event. And we met in a Toastmasters group, and I thought, no, we're going to do this full time. When we opened the doors, people rushed in. And from that very day, 9 years later, our events are full. We have hundreds of people. We've always had 10 incredible speakers. We've always had incredible judges. We've had 1,000 people on our stage impacting and inspiring and pushing through their limiting beliefs and their fears of imposter syndrome. I love to show this. This was our very first event, 2016. Look at how far our marketing has come. Now here we are. We're about to have our Grand Slam in November. We've come a long way. Actually, John is here today. John, you're a true friend. John was in this competition, and that was in September. So for the past 10 years, we've had 1,000 people on our stage pushing through their fear, and on the other side of that, book deals and TEDx, paid speaking, they've launched movements. But for every single person who's been up there for business reasons, the truth is, at the heart of it, they just wanted to inspire with their voice. They just wanted to make an impact. And I think it's because life is painful at times, and we want to be able to show that there's a purpose to our pain. And when we can stand in front of an audience and inspire with it, well, then there's a purpose. Which brings me to really what I wanted to share today. I think life is really hard. We know it's hard, right? We've gone through the pandemic, soul-crushing. There's political, economic strife. People are addicted to their devices. People are addicted to AI. It's a very, very hard world. But here's what I've noticed in 10 years of dealing with speakers. Hard isn't new. It really isn't. And even though these are the challenges we face now, the truth is that hard has been around for eternity. And I like to think of it that life is an extreme sport. And we're here, spiritual beings, having this life experience that's meant to be hard. Because in the hardness is how we grow. It's how we learn. It's how we challenge ourselves. And what I've seen with our speakers is that when they get on stage and they share their hard journeys, and they all do, it is that moment of sharing the softness that connects with the audience. That moment where they were vulnerable. That moment where they were broken down to their knees, where they had to be resilient. That is the thing that connects us. It's the softness within the hard struggles of our life. Now, I want to show you 3 speakers, very, very short little clips. These are speakers that had extreme challenges. We had Jose, who's a lifelong stutterer. We have Marjorie, who was in a car accident and is a paraplegic. And I have Chantel Dubois, who was rock bottom, living in the projects, struggling, being evicted. And I want to just show you their soft moment.
My name is Chantel Dubois, and I'm no longer that 4-year-old little girl. Nothing's going to hold me back. I have haters, I have people throwing stones, I have people making fun of me. My Facebook page is flagged all the time, but I will not stop because people need me. They need my help to be transformed. And if you guys are going through anything in life, no matter what it is, do not let anybody tell you you can't do it. No matter what you've experienced in your life, don't allow that to dictate how your future will go. You hold your head high.
Being a parent is a lifelong commitment. We cherish our children and protect them from harm, hoping that in the process, we teach them to stand on their own. Sometimes they fall, and all we can do is buffer their fall and help them get back up. Like my dad did for my son that day, like him and my mom did for me. Papa and Dad are for me noble titles, reserved for the men on whom we can always
I am not trying to inspire you by saying what I think you want to hear. No. I am showing you by being on this stage right now against all odds that you can all look at your fear in the eye and face it. Because only then can you really start to live.
Okay, so these three speakers actually won their competitions. And they didn't just win by sharing their obstacles and their challenges and their hard times. It was in that soft moment. It was in the moment where they were vulnerable, where they shared in tears, or where they gave judges and the speakers and the audience shivers. And that's why what I do in my program is I help people go through their adversity and really find that powerful soft moment that they can share. So I want to do a little activity with you today. And I want to go through a process that we go through. And I want you to just think for 1 second, what is the biggest challenge or adversity you've had to face in your life? So this could be health related, it could be relationships, financial, anything. And people go through things. They've gone in car accidents, they've gone bankrupt. So take a second and think, what's the biggest challenge or adversity that you had to face in your life? Okay, just 1 minute to think on that. Should be pretty easy to come to you if it's your biggest. Does everybody have this now? I think we do. How did you overcome it? What did you do to get through whatever it is that you had to go through? And then the next question, what did you learn about yourself in the process of having to overcome it? What did you have to tap into to overcome and persevere? And there's no wrong answer here. For some people it's, I turned to God, I turned to community, I turned to family. Some people said I found my inner resilience, but what is it for you that helped you get through that obstacle? Okay, now I want you to think if you could give a message to someone who's facing a challenge or adversity, how would you say it? How would you inspire them? You've had your story, you know what you went through, you've learned something about yourself. What would you say to somebody else who's suffering? Okay, I just want you to think on that for a minute. And actually what I'm going to let you do is turn to a partner right now and share that. Share the one line that you would share with someone that would kind of help them get through their adversity. Anybody that's sitting beside you. Do you remember what time we started?
Yeah, you got about 5 more minutes.
Perfect. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so I love that you guys have a lot to share. You can see that this is our shared human experience, and I would love two people to quickly just come and share that one sentence that you would share. Who's brave? Who's really, come on up. I love that. First hand up. Sure, introduce yourself.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kavya. I was speaking with my partner, and what we discussed is being tenacious. Pretty much don't give up and keep going.
Okay, I love it. What? Okay, come on up at the back. Yes? I think you should come up because it's nice to be center stage. Yeah. Do not be afraid of the stage.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Michelle. Thank you to my group for the encouragement. 12 years ago, I had 2 years to live.
Wow.
Until I didn't. It turned out I had something that was like long COVID before there was long COVID. And so I am overcoming it. There's a lot of stuff that says you go through something, it ends and it's gone. But a lot of us have things that we're managed.
Yes.
With family, with illness, with jobs, so we manage. And what I ended up doing is we can have the books and the movies and the content, and if life could be solved by PDFs and TED Talks, with all due respect,
Yeah.
it's the after. So I ended up with the person who's managing cancer, putting on this project called The Perennial Way. We're inspired by perennial plants that bloom when they're able, as they're able with the resources they have, and then rest and reflect. And some of the resting we mentioned at the back.
Beautiful.
And so now we do, which I was going to do in the pitch, so thank you. We do a free First Friday.
Save it for the pitch.
Yeah, okay.
So now I do personal development and team workshops to
Okay.
say,
And what is your message to people in one sentence?
ground in self-knowledge, connect in community, and adapt to your environment.
Beautiful. Okay, you nailed it. Our strength lies in our softness. Please know that. And I just want to end with this one thought, that we're here today, we're inspired, and it's amazing, and then we go out into the world and life is hard. And if there's someone that you need to forgive, if there's someone you need to show compassion to, even if it's yourself, to remember that when you go home and bring the softness from here with you. And finally, I would love to invite you to one of our Momentum classes. We have one tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. online. I would love for you to come because it is an incredible program where we deal with our stories, our personal brand, paid speaking, storytelling, and if any of that calls to you, please join me for a free class. Thank you so much. This has been fun. And you guys were very loving. Thank you. Thank you.
Give it up for Rina one more time, everybody.